In this lesson, we'll review a vocabulary in context problem. It's part of the critical reading section. This is a question from a long, independent, nonfiction passage. We know that from reading the italics. We're on page 552, question 17, and it states in line 65, fair most nearly means what? So the passage is back on page 550. And again, we know it's nonfiction from the italics. It's adapted from a 1998 memoir in which an author recalls her childhood in Chicago in the 1960s. So even though it's in the first person narrative, it is still nonfiction. You can glean the main point from that first large paragraph of about 14 lines. It's about the memories she has of taking trips to the library when she was a young girl with her family. But here is a specific question. This is not a hard problem, but I always want to try to use these exercises for vocabulary building. So fair in line 65, there's, even though this is number 17 and it's toward the end, 19 is the last problem in the section. It's not a hard problem. There's not that progressive level of difficulty. So what does fair mean? Let's take a look. Line 65. So hopefully you've read this, but if not, we'll just read it together. So line 65. It is so dreadful to be poor, signed Meg, looking down at her dress. And here's line 65. I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things and other girls nothing at all, added little Amy with an injured sniff. So this is pretty much the straightforward meaning. Usually it's the secondary meaning, but Amy is simply stating, I don't think it's fair that some girls get all these things, these pretty things, and others get nothing at all. It really means fair. It's not sort of even, right? It's the typical definition of fair. So she doesn't think it's fair. It's evenly balanced. I'm trying to avoid using the answer here, but let's look at the answer choices for vocab as well. So we'll just call it, it's not even, it's not fair. All right, the word A is comely, and comely just means pleasant or attractive. So some other synonyms for this is the word, we know aesthetic. If something is aesthetically pleasing, it's visually pleasing. Not exactly the same, but close. Another good word is winsome. Winsome, again, is an attractive word, pleasant to view, but that's not even, not the choice. Temperate. You hear this a lot with climate. Moderate or temperate climates. These are just mild or not severe. And intemperate would be extreme or harsh, but this is just mild or moderate, not the choice. D, I'm going to skip over the answer here. Auspicious is another good word. It just means very favorable, like an auspicious start to the new year. Another good synonym for auspicious, it sounds like it, is propitious or propitious. It's got prop in the front. That would be favorable. It's not even. And mediocre, we know, is just unremarkable or moderate or average. Temperate and mediocre are sort of the same, and you wouldn't have enough difference to really distinguish. We know even here means fair. It means equitable, and that's the choice. Equitable, it just means non-biased, impartial. And another good word is nonpartisan. So a partisan crowd is biased, but nonpartisan is equal or neutral, not biased or fair. A judge is nonpartisan as well. All right, the answer here is C. See you next time. Thanks for watching.